When people hear the words pelvic floor tension, psoas, anxiety, and blushing in the same sentence, it can sound strange at first. Because blushing happens in the face. The pelvic floor is at the bottom of the body. The psoas is deep in the hips and lower back. So why would they have anything to do with each other? I do not think pelvic floor tension directly causes facial blushing in a simple way. And I do not think one tight muscle is the secret cause of social anxiety. But I do think these things can belong to the same body pattern. For me, blushing never felt like only a face problem. It came with shallow breathing, tight chest, stiff posture, tension in the jaw and neck, a weak voice, sweating, and a feeling that my whole body was already on alert before anything even happened. Over time, I also began to notice tension lower in the body, in the abdomen, hips, pelvis, and pelvic floor. At first, I did not connect these things. I thought blushing was one problem, anxiety was another, and pelvic tension was something completely separate. But the more I observed myself, the more connected it all seemed. The body does not work in isolated parts. The pelvis is connected to posture. Posture affects breathing. Breathing affects the nervous system. The nervous system affects muscle tone, blood flow, sweating, and the feeling of safety. So if the body is already braced before a social situation, the reaction may start from a higher level of activation. Imagine this. Before anyone even looks at you, your lower abdomen is held in, your hips are tight, your pelvic floor is subtly active, your chest is compressed, and your breathing is mostly in the upper chest. Then someone gives you attention. They ask a question. They look at you. Suddenly, the body has to handle social pressure on top of a system that was not relaxed to begin with. Breathing becomes smaller. The throat tightens. Heat rises. The heart rate changes. You notice the warmth in your face. Then you start monitoring it. And the more you monitor it, the stronger the reaction becomes. From the outside, it looks like social anxiety caused blushing. But from the inside, it may be more complex than that. The social moment may be only the final trigger. The body may have already been tense, guarded, and close to fight or flight before the situation began. This is where the psoas becomes interesting. The psoas is a deep hip flexor involved in posture, walking, sitting, spinal position, and the relationship between the lower body and the trunk. When people sit too much, move too little, breathe shallowly, or live in chronic stress, the hips and lower abdomen can become part of a guarding pattern. I am not saying the psoas causes blushing. That would be too simple. But I do think chronic tension in the hips, abdomen, and pelvis can influence how the whole body feels. It can affect posture, breathing, pressure in the trunk, and the sense of being relaxed or protected. And that matters for anxiety, because anxiety is not only a thought, it is also a body state. If the body is folded, tense, braced, and breathing poorly, the mind may receive the message that something is not safe. Then a social situation adds attention, visibility, and pressure, and the system reacts more easily. That is also why pelvic floor tension belongs in this conversation. A tense pelvic floor can be part of the way the body guards itself. Some people hold tension in the shoulders, some in the jaw, some in the stomach, some in the pelvic floor. And often these areas are not separate. They tighten together as part of one protective pattern. In my own case, pelvic tension did not feel like a local issue only. It felt connected to breathing, posture, anxiety, sexual symptoms, and the general feeling that my nervous system could not fully switch off. So the question is not, does the pelvic floor directly cause blushing? The better question is, can a tense, braced, poorly regulated body make blushing and social anxiety easier to trigger? For me, the answer is yes. Blushing may appear in the face, but the conditions that make it likely can involve the whole body: breathing, posture, pelvic tension, muscle tone, stress, movement, and nervous system regulation. This way of thinking does not replace psychology. Thoughts still matter. Fear of judgment matters. Shame matters. Self-monitoring matters. But those things happen inside a body. And if the body is already close to alarm, the mind has a much harder job calming it down. That is why I stopped seeing blushing as an isolated facial problem. The face may be where the reaction becomes visible, but the deeper pattern may involve the whole system. Pelvic floor tension, psoas activity, posture, breathing, and anxiety may not be one simple chain of cause and effect. They may be a conversation inside the body. And for me, understanding that conversation was a turning point.